A question that I've been asked at the cat shows is, why are the cats so young at the shows? And it's a pretty simple answer, but there's a lot of different reasons why. The biggest is that most of the cats that are at the cat show are breeding cats. And usually we start breeding them at about a year old. That's usually when we do the echocardiograms, and if they're good there, that's when we start breeding them. Cats aren't dogs. They can go into heat at 4 months old, and they can call every 2 weeks. And each time that they go into heat and they don't get bred, their uteruses are not happy, and it risks their life. They can get pyometra and they can die. So usually by a year old, we're breeding them, and we usually stop breeding by 2 or 3 years. And in that time, it's kind of hard to show a girl when she's coming back from having kittens. Like, it's not like we're sitting there judging her stomach or anything, but sometimes they lose some weight from nursing all those kittens, or their hair is just not the best for showing if you've got a furry breed. And some of them they just don't want to do it anymore. They've been out of the game. With male cats, the biggest thing is once they start breeding, they get really aggressive sometimes, even with their owner. So they're in a show hall full of girls that are like, "Hey, Daddy, I want it." They're gonna get frustrated, and then they're surrounded by males that are peeing, and they're a hole, and they're pissed off and they're frustrated. It's just not a good combination, and we usually retire our cats by 2 or 3 years old. It depends on the cat and the breeder, but usually by 2 or 3, they're retired. They're going to a pet home. So that's why most of the cats are so young at the show, is because once we can show them at 4 months, we try to hit them hard. We try to get them used to being shown. By 8 months in TICA, they are considered an adult, and they can show an adult class. So you want to get as many awards as you can before they are breeding, and that's where their mind's at. So there are, alters and household pets, but typically most of the cats in the show are purebred, intended to be breeding cats. So that's why you're going to see so many young cats at the cat show. But I have had a cat that I saw in Household Pet that was 19 years old. It can happen every now and then. I bring in my retired cats when the count's low and the club really needs cats. I'll bring some of my retirees, but most of the time you're looking at cats that are under 2 years old at the cat shows. Hope that answered everybody's question. If you have any more questions about cat shows, put them in the comments.